James has been living in darkness ever since he broke up with Genevieve. The first time he met her was at his office. It was bring your sons and daughters to work day. James, meet my daughter, Genevieve. Wow, she's so beautiful. Richard, we need you in the conference room. I'll be right back. Hello. Are all the engineers young and handsome? What? All engineers graduate young. That means I'm young, and she thinks I'm handsome? Don't know about that, but I think I'm feeling a static spark between us. James and Genevieve instantly connected. And started secretly dating behind her father's back. James was madly in love with her. She brought a kind of thrill in his life that no one ever had. But in all the fun, came time for Genevieve's spring break. And she was going for vacation. Done packing up? Yep, I'm gonna miss you. But where are all your clothes? You're just taking this handkerchief? And what is this, some kind of tie? No, that's my top. And those are my undergarments. What? Wait, is this what you're going to wear on your spring break? Yeah, this is what all the girls will be wearing. Oh no. And it was ever since James had been on the edge of his seat, wondering what she was up to. Hey Genevieve, where are you? I'm right here. Oh. Since Genevieve left, James had been calling her nonstop. Genevieve, what are you doing? Partying with the friends. Wait, what kind of And though at first she picked up, the last time he called, someone else did. Genevieve, what's up? Genevieve? Hey dude. Who are you? Where's Genevieve? Can't dude. She's having fun. What? Take a look yourself, dude. No! James was devastated by what he saw. He would never be able to erase the memories, the pain and sorrow Genevieve caused him. James had thought she was the one. She was his true love. But he realized things couldn't go on like this. He had to break up with her. If you love something, you gotta let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it. The hell, man? It's only been 2 days, and what is this darkness? No, don't. Burns my heart. Dude, get a hold of yourself. This is our chance. There's no point of crying over her, and breaking up with her will also be a big mistake. She's young, let her have her fun, and let's go have our own fun. I'm never gonna have fun again. Yes, you are, 'cause I got tickets to Vegas, baby. Let's go. No, dude, I can't. I really loved her. I don't know if I can live without her. Really? If these are your last days, we should make the best of it. If not Vegas, let's go to some place you like. Wanna go fishing? Hunting? Alright, let's go fishing. Okay, where do you wanna go? After a while of surfing BII Maps and BII Airbnb, James finally chose a destination by the Mississippi River. Here. Where is this? It's literally in the middle of nowhere. I don't even think there are any restaurants or stores there. What fun are we gonna have? After Genevie, I think this is the kind of life I want to live. I'll catch fish from the river for food, and I'll be living all alone again. Fine. And so, Aiden and James got on the road. The B&B belonged to an elderly woman, and was literally located far from the nearest town through the forests and woods by the river. You need to forget her, man. Gotta be like me, date a new girl every day, and break up with her every day. This is why guys like you end up dying alone. With no regrets, man, no regrets. How long have we been driving? Do you even know where we are? We should almost be there. Hold up, I think I see a store. Let's fuel up, I'm starving. After nearly 5 hours of driving, James and Aiden parked outside a small convenience shop. Stepping in, they found a man running the counter. He seemed to be the only one there. You fellas don't look like you're from around here. Do people live around here at all? Aiden snickered. But the man gave him a strange look. I don't look like a person to you? James awkwardly took out the address of the B&B. What he meant was, we need to get to this address. Would you know which way it is? Ben looked at his phone and suddenly furrowed his brows. What do you need to go there for? What? Don't go there. Is there any problem? It's better you turn and leave right now. Aiden grabbed his snacks and placed a 20 on the counter. Alright, dude. Nice meeting ya. Keep the change. With that, the guys headed back to the car. What was that about? Don't know. Looked like a creep. James and Aiden kept driving through the tangled route until around 8 that night, they finally reached the bungalow. You couldn't pick a better place? Who lives out here? Just as they knocked the door, beautiful young woman opened up. Hi. Aiden couldn't take his eyes off of her. She's beautiful. Just when James stepped hard on his foot. Back off. Is this the house of Barbara Anderson? We booked a B&B at this address. Oh, James Wilson. This house used to belong to my grandmother, so I opened the B&B account with her name. I'm Allison. Welcome home. Couldn't be happier to be home. I'm Aiden. Come in, you guys must be exhausted. Now that's a fish I want to catch. Don't do anything that will get us kicked out. The house and the location turned out to be an amazing getaway. But of course, that wasn't the best part. It was Allison. Here are your rooms, and dinner will be ready in an hour. Please join me. Oh, we will. Thank you. From that night, Aiden was at a constant attempt to flirt with her, but unfortunately for him, Allison paid him no attention. Hey, let me help you out. It's alright, I got it. The Wi-Fi is working really great out here. What? I don't even have a Wi-Fi connection. Really? Then maybe it's just the strong connection I was feeling from you. Right. Are you seeing anyone? These days, all girls want is a stud. And I got S, T, and D written all over me. And all I need is you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. James shook his head as he watched Allison humor Aiden. But deep down inside, even he felt like smacking him. After dinner, the guys called it a night. But early the next morning, James woke up to a knock on his door. He opened up to see Allison. Morning. I was actually heading out to fish. I probably won't be back till afternoon, so here are the keys to the house. Thanks. How far is the river from here? Only takes 10 minutes by foot. I go every morning. As Allison headed out, Aiden immediately jumped out of bed. Where are you going? To catch some fish. Some fish? Or the only fish? I got dibs. While Aiden spent his time running after Allison, James was still very much overwhelmed with Genevie. Everything reminded him of Genevie. It's pretty chilly out here. How about a coffee? James turned around to see Allison. Wow, she's just like Genevie. Come on, James, one more shot. Drink, drink, drink. Oh, that hurts. I can feel the heartburn. Don't worry, I got you. Antacid? For me? You're so caring. I know, my dad gets heartburn after drinking, so I keep some with me. Antacid, James said as he took the mug from Allison. What? Do you need? No. Well, if you need any medication, the first aid box is in the living room. Allison was a very sweet woman. She was caring and kind. She was the type of girl James had been searching for his entire life. James, can you give me a hand? Sure. Thanks. She's so much like Genevie. James, this is heavy. Carry this. Thanks. And this. And this. That will be $543. James, you're holding up the line. Make the payment. Yes, sweetheart, I got it. But despite how James felt, it was Aiden who always made the move. I hope you guys like salmon. I caught one this morning. If I were a cat, I'd live all my 9 lives with you. Thank you, but I'm allergic to cats. Aiden practically spent his entire day either thinking of ways to woo her or snooping around secretly watching her when she went to the riverside. She's taking off her clothes? She's going to swim? But it was one evening, Allison returned home from the riverside alone. Where's your friend? I haven't seen him around. I don't know. Must have gone hiking or something. So it's just me and you? Allison let out a deep breath. Phew, he was starting to creep me out. Don't mind him, he's a little like that. Loud and pushy. To be honest, I prefer someone calm and relaxed. Someone like you. Like me. James and Allison sat down on the porch as the rain began to pour. Yeah, that's why I moved out here, to live in peace and quiet. But it does get lonely sometimes. Well, I'm here now, if that makes things better. That evening, Allison and James spoke for what seemed hours. After dinner, he went to bed feeling a lot relieved. But the next morning, he woke up a little surprised to see Aiden still wasn't home. James, is everything all right? Aiden hasn't returned? He hasn't? No, you think he went to the store nearby? Maybe I should go check. The convenience store? No, don't go there. Why not? The guy who runs the store isn't really that great. Why don't you try calling Aiden? Alright. As Allison went out fishing, James spent much of the morning trying to call Aiden, but he didn't pick up his calls. Later that afternoon, James headed out towards the riverside, but he didn't spot Aiden anywhere. But he did spot Allison speaking with someone. Is that the guy from the store? But she told me not to go there. James couldn't hear what they were talking about, but something didn't seem right. The entire day passed by, and there was no news of Aiden at all. When Allison returned home, she simply went to her room without talking. James lay in bed that night concerned. Should I call the police? Or should I wait it out for tomorrow? Roping in his thoughts, he fell asleep. But sometime in the middle of the night, he woke up to a noise in the living room. Aiden? James immediately rushed out to check, when he suddenly heard Allison scream. Running down the hall, he was shocked to find Allison tied up, her mouth taped, and a man dragging her out. Get away from her! As soon as he turned, James froze, recognizing him. He's a superstar. You? Chris Beefsworth? She's mine. You can't have her. None of you can have her. As Allison struggled to get loose, Chris Beefsworth pulled out a knife and psychotically held it at her neck. She's going with me, or I'll kill you both. Are you mad? Get out of my way. As Chris Beefsworth tried to stab him, James backed away. All right, you can go. Allison widened her eyes in shock as she tried to kick him, but James stepped aside. But the minute Chris Beefsworth passed by him, he swiftly took one of the vases and hit his head. As he yelled out in pain, James wrenched the knife out of his hands and held him down. Call the police. Call the police. Oh, right, hold on. Call the police. I'm not deaf, untie me. You couldn't tell me that earlier? It was around midnight. Police arrived to the house. And the superstar, Chris Beefsworth, was arrested. She's only mine. She's only mine. I'll be back for you, sweetheart. What's wrong with him? He's a superstar. He's insane. He came here to shoot a film once and he's been stalking me since. When he saw us, he thought there was something going on between us, He tried to threaten me today, but I just ignored him, and then he broke in. Psycho freak. At least, now that's over with. But where's Aiden? Help! 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 Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. And my dog stepped on a bee? Wow, Miss Heard. Wow. You just gave the greatest performance of your life. Wow. Camille. She's so amazing. This is Alexia. From a very young age, she has always wanted to become something big in her life. Go to the city, finish her studies, and perhaps one day become a lawyer. And if there was one thing she learned in her 17-year-old life, in search of happiness, you can either become a successful lawyer like Camille, or become a Karen like Amber. Unfortunately for Alexia, life was nothing but ordinary. Being from the small town of Rochester in upstate New York, where barely anything exciting happened. And on top of that, belonging to a middle-class, struggling family. Her dad ran a small store, and her mom ran her own cleaning service. Sweetheart, I'm sorry, but you know our situation. We won't be able to afford you going to college. Despite her difficult situation, Alexia wasn't someone to give up. If people can run away to the city and build a new life, why can't I? I will be like Camille. Except, Alexia wasn't stupid enough to run away. Instead, she was stupid enough to think she could get a job and save up her own money to move to the city and begin a new life. And in her small town, the only place someone could make a minimum $7 an hour was the one and only nationwide store, BII Walmart. When she stepped in on her first day, she was quite delighted to see her manager. Hello, I'm Camille. Getting hired was a piece of cake. But soon Alexia realized why. Because working there wasn't. And since she was so inexperienced, young, and naive, everyone got away with taking advantage of her. Like her manager, Camille. Even though she was a Camille, she was nothing like Camille. Alexia, what are you doing? Running the register? No, you're not. No one's here. You're not getting paid to stand around. What do you want me to do? The bathroom is clogged. Get to it. And sweep and mop the floors after that. This Camille was the worst manager anyone could ask for. Alexia was literally working as a janitor and a cashier. And what made things more difficult was her coworkers. Alexia, can you cover for me? I'll be right back. Sure. And that was the last time Alexia saw her, until it was closing when she magically appeared again. And then, there was always the awesome customers. Welcome to BII Walmart. I'm not satisfied with the shampoo I bought. I want a refund. Okay, just return the product with the receipt. Here it is. But the bottle is half empty. Yes, how am I supposed to know it's satisfactory without using it? But you can't finish the entire thing and return. I want a refund, or I will sue you. Come on, I'm just an employee here. I don't even get paid enough for this. Some customers just didn't want to listen. Some customers were rude. And some customers were just unreasonably messy. And of course, Camille made Alexia handle them all. Alexia, someone left a mess outside the front door. Go clean it up. What is this? Shampoo? As Alexia broomed up the mess, she suddenly heard a faint dog bark. Excuse me, ma'am. You can't bring your dog inside the store. There's a sign. This dog is a tiny dog. It's smaller than a regular dog, and you know a dog sign, it's a big dog, but this one's tiny, so it's fine. Nope. The sign is for all dogs. All dogs aren't allowed. This dog is a tiny dog, so tiny you can barely see it. So basically, if you cannot see it, is it really in the store? Yes. This dog is a tiny dog, so tiny it can be a baby. Looks like you allow the baby, so you allow this tiny dog. Yeah, but a dog is not a baby. So unless it's like a service animal or something, it's a service animal. Before Alexia could clarify any further, the woman strutted into the store with her chihuahua. Oh no. I told you no dogs were allowed. Yeah, I told her, but she wouldn't listen. Great. So now you can take care of that. That day ended up being the worst day yet for Alexia, having to clean up after dog poo for a living. This is how I'll become successful like Camille? Not this Camille. That Camille? After a long day, Alexia dragged herself home, feeling so low. I'm never gonna save enough money for college like this. When all of a sudden, a piece of paper flew right into her face. Why does my life have to be so difficult? As Alexia was about to crumple up the paper, she suddenly stopped seeing the advertisement. Write an essay and enter into the biggest opportunity of the year. Earn your place into the scholarship program. 100 students will be selected. Scholarship? Alexia immediately went home and searched up the program guidelines. It was perfect. This opportunity was like divine intervention. I have to get selected. So from that day on, Alexia worked day and night. And right before the deadline, she crossed her fingers and sent in her application. Bill, did you get the mail? Yeah, it's nothing important, just some college advertisements. These scams. What? College? No, I was supposed to get a reply. A month later, Alexia anxiously tore open a letter from the BII University, staring at the first few lines. I got accepted! I got the scholarship! I'm gonna be like Camille. And so, Alexia came one giant leap closer to her dreams. With the little money she gathered and whatever help she got from her parents, Alexia moved to the city and began pursuing her criminal justice degree. This is awesome. The first year went by pretty great, and Alexia's scholarship covered much of the costs. But come the second year, Alexia realized her tuition practically doubled in cost, and her scholarship didn't. So she ended up getting a part-time job and managed to afford the extra expenses. But come third year, there was no way she could afford $10,000 extra for her tuition, working a full-time job and being a full-time student. I can't do this anymore. And so, Alexia dropped out. I knew it was all a scam. Do you know how many students drop out every year? Either you drop out or you drown in debt. Thanks for the emotional support, Dad. It's not too late. Why don't you help your mom with the cleaning service? Dad, I wasn't studying criminal justice to become a cleaning lady. Sweetheart, you don't have to tell people that. You can just say you're her legal advisor. Returning home 3 years later turned out to be more suffocating than ever, and Alexia now realized it was time for her to get a job and get out of here. At least she completed her associate's degree. She was bound to get some job, right? Thank you for applying to our firm. However, your application did not get accepted. Not selected. Not selected. A couple months into job hunting, it turned out everyone wanted someone with experience, and she had no experience. Why don't you get a job at BI Walmart again? What, Camille? Again? No. I thought she was your hero. Not that, Camille! Eventually, without much choice, Alexia had to make her way back to the BI Walmart. And fortunately, Camille didn't work there anymore. Phew. Hello, I'm Alexia. I applied for the job last week. Yes, you were hired. I'm the manager here. Name's Bustin', but you can call me Baby. Here's your name tag. Oh no. No. This time, I am not letting anyone take advantage of me. But things weren't so convenient for her this time around as well. With the downfall in the economy, there was barely any people at the store. And Bustin' took every opportunity to flirt with her. Bustin', the time clock isn't working. Oh, I got you. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You are my love, you are my heart. We will never, ever, ever. Ew. How do you deal with him? I know how you feel. But working here means you bury your self-respect inside and deal with it. But it wasn't before long that Alexia lost it. Alexia, want to join me for lunch? I know this good cafe. The sandwiches are yummy, yummy. No, Bustin', just stop. Stop bothering me. Oh, I bother you, really? Why? And so, from that one temper tantrum, Alexia was back to sweeping the floors again. Alexia, the bathroom. and unclogging the toilet again. Alexia, the trash, and throwing out the trash again. It was one of these days while Alexia was passing through the last hours of her shift. She saw someone familiar walk into the store. Is that the dog woman? That dog is still with her? Poor animal. You know her? Not really. She comes here for medicine every week. Dogs aren't allowed, but we just get her over with. You know something? Now when I think about it, if you want to get what you want in life, you have to be a Karen. Alexia watched as a woman made her way to the pharmacy counter and suddenly began yelling. My medicine was supposed to be delivered by 7, but it didn't. Ma'am, we only deliver on weekdays. Do you people want to kill me or something? I need my medicine delivered. Okay, ma'am, let me see what I can do. After creating a scene and alas making things go her way, the woman got her medications, toppled over a bunch of things, and dragged her chihuahua out the store. What's that smell? Alexia! I got it. And once again, Alexia was back to cleaning dog poo for a living. Is this how life is going to go? Yes, because soon this became a regular thing. Karen came every Sunday evening to pick up her medicine. And every time, her tiny dog left a tiny surprise. When weeks passed by like this, Alexia simply started to accept her fate. This was the American life for most Americans anyways. One evening, as Alexia returned home from work, she wondered where her life was going. Can't do anything in this world without money. What am I going to do? All of a sudden, Alexia started to hear a bark down the street. Is that Karen's dog? The little chihuahua came running towards her and began pulling her pants. What happened, boy? As the dog ran off again, Alexia followed it until they crossed the street and just some doors down reached the house. Is this Karen's house? She literally lives right here and she was complaining? On the mailbox was written Amber. Even her name is Amber? As the dog continued barking and ran inside, Alexia followed after. Wow, she's rich and tech-savvy. But the moment she walked into the bedroom, Alexia froze, realizing she walked into what could be a crime scene. She's dead. On the table were Karen's medications. High blood pressure? Did she have a heart attack? Alexia immediately took out her phone to call the cops, when she suddenly stopped. What am I doing? This is another divine intervention. This is my opportunity. Sorry, Karen. I have to. A quick search and Alexia conveniently found a safe in her bathroom. Damn, it has a palm print scanner and a retinal scanner? And when she got the safe opened, Alexia was shocked by what she found. Guess Karen didn't trust the bank. In no time, Alexia swept Karen's entire safe clean and was on her way to make her dreams come true. But there was a sudden noise behind her. All right, fine, you can come with me. Ma'am, dogs aren't allowed in. We have a sign. This dog is a tiny dog. It's smaller than our regular dog. And that is the story of how Alexia became Amber. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. This is Chandler. Chandler was. He is a simple, innocent, easygoing guy. But he's a little peculiar and eccentric. He has an extreme fascination with superheroes. Anyone who knows him the least bit knows Chandler was a big comics fan because he's always wearing superhero t-shirts, using superhero punchlines, and is always hyped about the BII Comic-Con. But despite his interest in the world beyond reality, Chandler is actually a physicist. But due to his peculiarity, Chandler almost always got treated in two ways. Either people found him strange and awkwardly ignored him, or they started making fun of him. At his office, for instance, everyone got a good kick giving Chandler a hard time. This morning, Chandler had rushed to the bathroom after some spicy tacos during lunch break. But soon after, he heard a group of his colleagues enter the bathroom, all laughing and joking around. Chandler casually went on with his business, when suddenly, someone pulled out his pants from the stall door. Look here, Spidey has to take off his whole costume to take a dump. Guys, please don't do this. Don't worry, wuss. You'll be fine, superhero. Guys, come on, I need my pants. What are you gonna do with pants? Here's your undies. You wear it over your pants anyways. And as always, no matter how much Chandler called them, they all left. Now what? They're gonna come back, right? Yeah, they're gonna come back. And the hours ticked by. Chandler sat in the bathroom from 3 to 9 p.m. Guys, are you there? It's getting really late. I need to go home. Anyone? Chandler slowly walked out, breathing in relief to see the office was empty. Everyone had left. But how am I going to get home like this? Chandler walked down the main hall in his underpants, stopping at the showcase. Woman of the future. What is wrong with the youth these days? How much weirder can this guy get? Hey. Hold up, hold that door. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Hi, I'm Rachel Addison. Hey, I'm Monica Cox. I'm Was. Chandler Was. Right. Are you new here? Yeah, I'm not. Is he talking to us? Oh, snacks! Is there a party? Yeah, I was hosting a housewarming party. You should come. Sure, I love parties. Okay, see you there. Awkward. Did I just invite him to the party? What's the matter with this guy? Do you know him? And why is he wearing a skirt? It's not his fault. His parents named him Chandler Was. What do you expect? This is the typical life of Chandler Was. He was either a trouble magnet or invisible. The girls never paid him any attention, and the guys mocked him. Life was still good because he was dating the most beautiful girl, Robin Smulders. They first met about 8 months ago at a superhero-themed restaurant in downtown LA, where all the waitresses dressed in costumes. At the time, Robin was a new waitress, and Chandler was her regular customer. She found him very lovable and sweet. No matter how difficult the days were, Chandler always had a smile and knew how to put a smile on her face. They started dating and were now living together. Chandler! What? Why are you wearing a skirt? Don't ask. The guys at the office stole my pants. That's why you traveled all the way across town wearing that? You couldn't think of some other way? Why? What's wrong with this? It's actually pretty comfortable. Roman soldiers used to wear skirts. Half of the men of the world still wear skirts. Alright, come on. Get ready. Did you forget we have to go to my office party? Yeah, I'll BRB. Recently, Robin had landed her dream job as a journalist at the BII Corp, and she was nervous about today. She had to make a good impression. How do I look? Are you crazy? You're gonna wear that? Yeah, it's perfect. You're Robin and I'm Batman. I am never calling you Batman. It was around 10 p.m. when Robin and Chandler arrived at the party. And so far, things were going great. The couple were having a drink when suddenly Robin's boss, Richard, joined them. Nice shirt. Hold on. You are Robin. So I am Batman? See, everyone gets it. The shirt's cool, right? You want one? I have a collection. What's your size? I know a good comic book store where you can get it. No, I'm fine. Enjoy. Have you gone mad? You were trying to sell Batman t-shirts to my boss? Yeah, 'cause he liked it. He was mocking you. I don't know what's there to mock. This is a pretty cool shirt. I am never coming to any party with you ever again. That was an embarrassing night for Robin. But luckily, she was still new at the office, and hopefully nobody would remember the incident. Today, Robin had gotten a little late at work and was in a hurry to leave because after a long week, she had a date with Chandler. Where are you? I'm coming. I'll be there in half an hour. She rushed out to catch a cab when suddenly she bumped into her boss, Richard. Looks like you're in a hurry. Yeah, I was supposed to be meeting my boyfriend, but I'm running late. Come on, I'll drop you off. No, it's alright. Don't worry, hop in. On his insistence, Robin agreed, and Richard reached her there right on time. But Robin just couldn't walk off. She didn't want to be rude. Thanks. I don't think he's here yet. Would you like to get some coffee? Sure. So Robin and Richard got a booth and sat down while she was waiting for Chandler, and I thought I was late. Robin, I hope you don't mind, but I'm usually quite frank with people. When I saw your boyfriend for the first, I thought he was your retarded cousin. Robin awkwardly looked at Richard. How can a woman like you, a beautiful, intellectual journalist, be dating someone like him? He's not that bad. He's actually very nice. He makes everyone smile. Yeah, because everyone laughs at him. He's always like, I'm wuss. Chandler wuss. He talks as if he's James Bond. What kind of name is Chandler Woss? Mr. Woss? And those clothes he wears, all those bright colors, those superhero symbols, it's ridiculous. Do you want to be Mrs. Woss? Can you imagine yourself being Mrs. Woss? No. I can't change my name to Woss. Exactly my point. Robin, you should be with a real man, and I think you should be with me. I really like you. Think about it. The kind of future we could have together, professionally and personally. I will. Just as Robin said the words, all of a sudden, someone got up from the booth behind them. Robin froze seeing Chandler, a smile on his face. But from the look in his eyes, she knew he had heard everything, and he was hurt. He was hurt. Hi. Chandler, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But without listening to her, Chandler backed away. After that day, they didn't meet again, and soon after, Robin accepted Richard's proposal. And in just a few months, she became overwhelmed with her work and with her new life. 6 months into their relationship, Robin and Richard decided to get married. Robin was happy, but one thing kept on bothering her. How heartbroken Chandler was that day, so she decided to meet him. Robin, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Good. Chandler, I'm getting married, and I want to start a new life, but I don't want to start it with any hard feelings, so I've come to apologize. Will you please come to my wedding? Chandler stared at the invitation. Of course I'll come. 2 weeks later, Robin and Richard were happily wed. This was to be the happiest day of her life. But at the after party, she eagerly searched the crowds to see if Chandler had come, and to her surprise, they spotted each other. Robin stared at him in amazement as he walked up to her with flowers. He was dressed up, wearing a suit, his hair brushed back. He looked so handsome. You came? You look so different. Chandler smiled as he handed Robin the flowers. You look beautiful. Robin stared at him, trying to hold back her tears. Just when Richard joined them. Hey, looking great, wuss. Come on, we have to take a picture together. That was the last time Robin had seen or spoken to Chandler. And as always, life moves on. Robin focused on her career, and she was progressing in her life.
Recently, she had been following the famous actress Angela Jolie, starring as the superhero Amazing Woman of the Justice Squad franchise.
Ever since she disclosed she had someone special in her life, all the gossip had been surrounding her to find out who was her mystery man.
But the game changed when Angela Jolie had posted on her BII book that on her upcoming press conference promoting her new Amazing Woman movie, she would reveal her boyfriend, and that this would be her last movie. Angela Jolie was leaving the industry. Do you know how big this is? A celebrity like Angelina Jolie to leave her career? Why would she give up everything? And who is this guy? That evening, Richard and Robin had gone to cover the press conference. The room was packed with reporters and journalists from all over the country wanting to know Angela's secret. Who's the mystery man, Angela?
Why are you quitting acting?
Angela took the mic and smiled at everyone before she said,
I think it's time you all know who that special someone is in my life. He's changed everything for me. He is my everything, the man of my dream. His name is Was, Chandler Was.
Robin and Richard simply dropped their jaws, staring at Angela and Chandler, smiling at each other.
Was?
She's going to be Angela Was? Mrs. Was?
The reporters all excitedly threw out their questions. What's your love story? How did you guys meet?
Robin and Richard watched in awe as Angela leaned forward to the mic.
It all happened the day of the Comic-Con.
A few months ago, Angela Jolie, or Amazing Woman, had gone to the Comic-Con to promote Hollywood's latest Justice Squad movie, along with her co-stars playing Bad Guy and Super Guy.
This year, the Comic-Con was extremely packed, and though things were going fine, midway through the event, an accidental fire started. Due to the massive crowds, the fire spread faster than people could evacuate.
And in the havoc, Angela had gotten trapped.
Henry, Ben, help!
Angela was panicked, seeing all her co-stars flee from there, leaving her behind. But in that moment of anxiety, Angela saw a young man running towards her.
He was wearing a Wayne the Huntsman shirt. He wasn't that tall or broad, but he had a heart that was braver than any other man she had seen. Come with me.
Angela was awed by how this man had saved her.
Who are you? I'm Was, Chandler Was. At the moment, I knew I was looking at a real man, a real superhero, and that was the beginning of our relationship. But I'm not in love with Chandler just because he saved my life, but because he is the man who has shown me so much love, who never lets a smile leave my face. He used to love me too. He always made me smile. We kept our relationship a secret, but now it's time the world knows, because Chandler and I are getting married, and he's very possessive of me, so I've decided to quit my acting career to be with a man that makes me happy. Robin and Richard stood dumbfounded as the crowds all roared in applause. Sir, it looks like you've got the jackpot. Well, what can I say? I'm Was. Chandler Was. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. perfect model. Emma, I'm booked for another business trip this week. You'll be staying with your Aunt Jess. At Aunt Jess's place? Dad, I'm 17. Can't I just stay at home? Since when don't you like visiting your Aunt Jess? You used to love going there. Yeah, when she was at the apartment. I hate going to that new house. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it. Dad! Pack your bags, Emma. Emma sighed as she went to her room and pulled out her luggage. This was going to be one long trip. Emma loved her Aunt Jess. And what bothered her wasn't actually the new house, but the new guy her aunt had rented her attic to, Richard. Richard was handsome and charming, but completely eccentric and oddly secretive about his life. Emma never liked the strange vibe he gave off, the way he looked at Aunt Jess and even her. It felt like he was looking at objects rather than people. Apparently, he was an artist, sculptor to be exact, and Aunt Jess was so impressed with him, she couldn't see past his good looks, despite him being a complete mess much of the time. Hope I won't be needing this. On Friday evening, Emma's dad dropped her off at her Aunt Jess's place. Emma stared at the attic window, open as the curtains blew out. The brown stain, it was still there from last time, months ago. Jess, take care of her and don't get into trouble, either of you. Harry, I'm not a child anymore. Right. I'll be back next Wednesday. Stay safe, all right? Bye, Dad. I got all the latest R-rated movies, pizza, the best chocolate brownies, and if you don't snitch, I'll take out the booze. Awesome. Jessica. She's the youngest sibling in the family and only 10 years apart from Emma. The aunt and niece were practically best friends. And whenever Emma was over, it was all about having fun and catching up on gossip. So tell me about that guy you met on BI Tinder. When are you meeting him? I'm not meeting him. What if he's a freak in disguise? Sweetie, that's what your dad and the rest of the fam told me. And now look, I'm 27, still single, with a niece who has a better love life. Lesson to be learned? You'll never find the one if you don't take the risk. As Emma listened to the wise words of her Aunt Jess, the bell suddenly rang. Who's that? Jess hurried to the door and peered out the peephole. Before a big smile appeared on her face. It's Richard. Hi, Richard. Hey, Jess. I'm kinda late on the rent. Can I get it to you next week? Don't worry about it. Take all the time you need. Thanks so much for understanding. And one more thing. The lock on my front door sort of broke off. Could you get that fixed? Absolutely. I'll drop by tomorrow. Great. How does someone break their front door lock? It happens. Really? It happens? Like the time he broke the window? The only one window in the attic? Or the time his fridge broke? Or his bathtub got clogged? And how many months' rent is he actually behind? 3 months. And what's up with the messed up clothes and the scruffy beard? He's so weird. Why do you keep him? Emma, he's an artiste. Artistes are a little eccentric. They need people to appreciate them. Well, I'm having a bit of a hard time appreciating the stench in the staircase that's been coming from the attic. Have you seen his sculptures? They're so realistic, full of life. He's a gorgeous genius. What? His sculptures aren't full of life, they're lifeless. Literally, it's like he sculpts dead bodies. Girl, don't be a hater. I like to see you make one. Oh, Aunt Jess. Aunt Jess was so blinded by her crush on Richard, she could neither see how strange he was, nor could she realize how he took advantage of her. Hi, Jess. Could you come upstairs and take a look at the garbage disposal? It's kind of backed up. I'll be right there. How did this get stuck in there? It's a torn piece of a dress. That's strange, but the disposal seems to be working again. Thanks so much, Jess. What was that noise? Is everything all right? Kind of broke the wall. How did this happen? I was sculpting and the chisel hit the wall. From the other side of the room? Yeah. I understand. It happens. Don't worry about it. I'll get it fixed up. Richard? Hey, what's up? I need a little help. Sure, with what? We're gonna need some bleach. What is this? Just some paint? I tried to clean it, but it just got worse. Don't worry, I got you. That night, after settling down, Jess and Emma dug into some pizza for dinner. It had started to rain, and the weather was pretty chilly, but it was calm and quiet. Until Emma heard a loud thud from upstairs. What was that? It's nothing. Richard is probably working on his sculptures. This late? Aunt Jess, you really need to find a new tenant. No way! I've been waiting for months for this chance. About a week ago, I heard Richard having an argument with his skank girlfriend. She's a skank? Yes, Emma. Every girl that wants your man is a skank. But that's beside the point. I think they broke up, because she just stopped coming. I haven't seen her since then, and you know what that means. He did something to her? No! That means he's single and ready to mingle, baby. Of course. Emma was exasperated with her Aunt Jess's crazy crush, but she knew there was no convincing her otherwise. After dinner, Emma went to bed and tried to sleep, but she was wide awake, listening to the strange clanking noises from upstairs much of the night. What is he doing up there? The next morning, when Emma got up, she found her Aunt Jess ready to go out. Where are you going? To the hardware store to get a new lock, remember? So I'll be all alone? Don't open the door to strangers, said Aunt Jess, never. Emma, if a stranger wanted to get to you, he would break in, not politely ring the bell. So, better piece of advice, keep a knife and call the cops. Oh, the wise words of Aunt Jess. Nonetheless, as Aunt Jess left, Emma locked up the entire house and had no plans to open the door to anyone. The weather had only gotten worse since last night. Emma spent much of the day fiddling on her phone until a few hours later she heard the car park outside. She looked out to see Aunt Jess had returned, but she was talking to Richard. Within a while, she rushed in and grabbed her toolbox. "Where are you going now?" "Hello, gotta fix the lock." Bored to her core, Emma put on a movie as she waited. But before she knew it, she ended up falling asleep. When Emma woke up, she was startled to find the entire room dark. It was 8 p.m. She had slept the entire evening. The house was silent. Emma went to check her aunt's room, but it was empty. Aunt Jess? She didn't come back from his place. Emma got a bad feeling in the pit of her stomach when she found the front door left open. Grabbing her pocket knife, she walked out into the corridor, looking up at the attic. "Aunt Jess!" There was no reply. She climbed up the stairs. The closer she got to Richard's apartment, the stench got stronger. What is that smell? Emma took a deep breath and was about to knock on the door when she realized the door was unlocked. It was still broken. Didn't Aunt Jess say she was fixing this? Unable to hold back her suspicion, Emma slowly creaked the door open. It was quiet and dark. The odor was horrendous. But Emma slowly walked inside. Where is she? Emma looked around for any sign of her aunt, but it seemed as if there was no one here. Emma was about to leave when she suddenly saw a movement behind her. "Help, help, please." Emma widened her eyes in horror to see a girl on the floor. She was in a horrible condition, injured, barely able to speak. Emma was frozen in fear, seeing her whelp in pain. But just then, she heard footsteps. It was Richard. Emma immediately hid behind the wall as she heard his coarse voice. Beautiful. Emma's heart raced. The only thing she could think of was how she was going to get out of there. As stealthy as she could, Emma tiptoed towards the door and bolted downstairs before she locked the door. What did I just see? Who was that girl? I knew he was a psycho freak. And where's Aunt Jess? Did he do something to her? What am I going to do now? Freaking out, Emma did the only thing she could do. 911, what's your emergency? My aunt is missing, and her tenant, he did something to her. He's kidnapped another woman in his apartment. Please, you have to send the police. All right, miss, try not to panic, we'll be on our way. Emma nervously paced near the window, staring out into the rain, waiting for the cops. Thankfully, in only 10 minutes, the police reached the house. And Emma rushed out. He's upstairs. I saw the woman. She's in a horrible condition. And I know he's hiding my aunt somewhere. Emma escorted the police inside, anxiously watching as they barged in. In seconds, Richard rushed out, looking shocked. Police? Put your hands up. Officers, inspect the house. Inspect the house for what? You can't just barge in. I saw her in that room, Emma said. Saw who? When Richard tried to retaliate, the police held him at gunpoint. But before they were about to enter the room, Emma heard a familiar voice behind them. Emma, why are the police here? Emma stared at her Aunt Jess. Aunt Jess, thank goodness you're fine. Of course I'm fine. What is going on? And that's when one of the officers called Emma to the room. Is this the woman you saw? Chills ran down Emma's spine as she looked at a body covered by a cloth. Yes. The officers all looked at each other before they all suddenly let out a chuckle and lifted the cloth. It was just a sculpture. You must have gotten scared seeing it in the dark. Thank you. So, am I off the hook now? What? Emma, you called the police on Richard? I am so sorry, officers. I'm so sorry, Richard. It was raining so hard and the ceiling started to leak. I went to grab a bucket from the garage and all this happened. Well, now that the mystery is solved, I think we can take leave now. What? No, it can't be. She spoke to me. She was crying for help. Don't mind her. She's naive and a little bit psycho. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Aunt Jess pulled Emma aside as the police left. You're embarrassing me, Emma. Richard laughed as he stood there shaking his head. It's all right. She's young. Aunt Jess blushed as she looked at the sculpture. Wow, the sculpture is so lifelike. Is this of your girlfriend? Actually, my ex-girlfriend. I'm single. Single? Emma stared in utter shock as her aunt flirted with Richard. His ex-girlfriend? No, it can't be just a sculpture. Aunt Jess, how do I make her understand? I know what I saw. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. After dating for about a year, Chelsea and Leonard decided to move in together. They spent their first day rearranging Chelsea's apartment. This was going to be the start of something special, Chelsea thought. She got a call from her mom. Chelsea, Alex got a chance at the BII college in LA. He's going there for the admission exam this weekend, and since you're living alone, he can stay with you for a while. Mom, how can he live with me? You know how Alex is. He's a troublemaker. Chelsea, just stop. He's your cousin, and you were just kids. Before Chelsea could find herself an excuse, her mom cut the line. What happened? So what if your cousin's coming over? What's the problem? What's the problem? If he comes, you have to go. Why? Because no one in my family knows I'm in a living relationship with a guy. And if Alex finds out, he's definitely going to spill. And when this gets to my dad, he's gonna kill you. And then he's gonna kill me. Hold on a minute. It's only been a day I moved in and you're kicking me out to live with your cousin? Only for a couple days, Leonard. Don't worry, he's an innocent kid. The truth was, not only Chelsea, but the entire Anderson family knew Alex was no innocent kid. He was a mischief maker, a pain in the behind, and above all, a pervert. From the time Alex was a 7-year-old kid, he used to watch women. Wow, she's beautiful. No, Dad, she's hot. Dude. But then, when Alex got a little older, At around 12, he decided now he wanted to watch women, but without their clothes. "Mom, I'm going to the shower." Chelsea was 16 at the time, when they had all gone on a family trip together. She went to the shower, locked the door, started doing her thing, when suddenly she saw a shadow behind the curtains. "Mom, Alex snuck into the bathroom while I was taking a shower." "No, I didn't. I forgot my toothbrush. I didn't know Chelsea was there." "Yeah, sure you didn't know. Chelsea, he's just a kid." "Oh, please. You all know he's no kid." And eventually, a couple years later, one day his mother, who was strictly not allowed in his room, decided to barge in and discovered his you-know-what collection. "John, your son has a collection of..." Dude! There was no doubt Alex was no innocent kid. But obviously, if Chelsea let Leonard know, he would be deeply troubled, so hush. "Come on, he's gonna be here tomorrow. We have to cover everything up." "All right." So again, the couple got some elbow grease to it and rearranged the whole apartment to what it was like before. And the next day around 7 p.m., Chelsea went to pick up Alex at the airport. As Chelsea waved her hands getting Alex's attention, suddenly a group of flight attendants came in between them. "Dr. Anderson, thank you so much for everything." "No problem, it was my duty." "You told them you're a doctor?" "Yeah, one of the flight attendants were sick, so I had to volunteer." Your pulse and heart rate is a bit high. It seems your body is having difficulty adjusting to the lower oxygen pressure at higher altitude. But since we can't change our position, I would recommend you rest and keep yourself hydrated." "Doctor, I was feeling a bit lightheaded too. Would you please give me a checkup?" "Me too." Only someone like you could pull something like that. A drive back to the apartment, Alex stepped inside, flipped off his shoes, and dropped his bags. You and me, all alone in this apartment for the next couple days, nights. It's gonna be fun. Don't even think about it. Your games aren't gonna work anymore, Alex. We're not kids anymore. Oh, come on, chill. Don't be such a cougar. Don't call me that. And cougar? We're almost the same age. Alex walked straight into Chelsea's bedroom and plopped down on the bed. Wow, a big bed. You and I will fit perfectly. There is no way we are sleeping together. Why not? We're just cousins. Yeah, sure. You are sleeping out there on the sofa. Oh, cool. You have a BI PlayStation? You play Call of Duty? Yeah, Chelsea said. Those were Leonard's. So, when is your exam? Tomorrow morning. Alright, there's pizza in the fridge, microwave and eat it. I'm locking my door and going to bed. But chill, what if I get scared at night? I told you don't call me chill. On Monday morning, Chelsea went out to work and Alex went for his exams. And sometime around 4 p.m., she got a call from him. What's up? The exams are finally over. When are we gonna have fun? Well, I'm off of work at 5. Meet me at the office. So what do you want to do? First, I want to get a BIFL LA Rams jersey. Alright, I know where we can get that. Chelsea took Alex to the BI Sports Center, where he didn't know Leonard worked. but she would get a chance to see him. Catching a glance of each other, the couple smiled, but were sure to pretend they were only strangers. You go get what you want, and I'm gonna go look around. Alex, however, picked up his jersey and somehow made it right around to Leonard. How much is this? $125.99. She's gonna like this. You see that girl? Isn't she beautiful? Leonard stared at Alex, pointing at Chelsea. Yeah, that's my girl. She's super hot. Your girl? My babes, man. Tonight is gonna be the night. Really? Oh yeah. Did you get it? Yeah. Where to now? I can't have that leftover pizza anymore. Let's get chicken wings and some booze. No. Come on, chill. You said we aren't kids anymore. Alright, fine, but you can't tell anyone. Deal. That evening, Chelsea and Alex picked up some wings from BII Chicks, got some drinks, and lastly, Alex picked out a movie before they headed home. I'm exhausted, and I have work tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed. I thought we were gonna watch the movie. Yeah, right. I'm not going to eat chicken and watch Titanic with you. I know you. You would pull a fast one any moment. What are you talking about, Rose? I would never. Sorry, Jack. It's time for you to drown. But chill. I'm gonna get bored. Just watch your movie. Nah, it's no fun watching movies alone. Maybe I'll go take a walk around the riverside. As Alex went out the door, Chelsea went to her room and called Leonard. Hey, Leonard. What is going on? Are you dating your cousin? What? Why would I be dating him? Well, that's what he told me. Tonight's gonna be the night. Oh, of course he did. That's just how he is. He's not even home, and I'm going to sleep. I was missing you. I thought we would be sleeping together every night. Just 2 more days, Leonard, and how about I'll make it up to you. After chatting with Leonard for a while, Chelsea soon fell asleep. But it was sometime around 2 a.m. that she woke up hearing a strange creaking noise in her room. She opened her eyes, shifting her position, startled to see Alex sitting in front of her bed, looking at her. Alex, what are you doing here? Were you watching me sleep? You need to stop these games, Alex. But Alex was quiet. What happened? Are you okay? I'm fine. You look different. Chelsea got down and walked up to him when she realized Alex was burning hot. Alex, you have a fever. Chelsea got some meds and water. Try to rest, okay? The next morning, she got up and hurried out to check on him. The temperature went down, but you still have a slight fever. I'm gonna go to work, try to rest, but if you feel bad, call me. I'll take off and come home, okay? Okay. Chelsea left the meds by Alex's table and went off to work. Around 2 p.m., during her lunch break, she tried calling him, but Alex wasn't picking up. You think he's okay? Maybe he's sleeping. He's a grown man. What's there to worry? But Chelsea couldn't help but get stressed thinking about Alex. After work, she picked up some chicken, fries, burgers, and hurried home. But when she opened the door, she was surprised to find the entire apartment dark. She tried turning on the lights, but the lights were all broken. What happened here? Alex, where are you? But there was no answer. Chelsea opened the bathroom door, but it too was empty. She was shocked to see the mirror shattered. That's when Chelsea heard a scratching noise from her room. Inside, it was dark. Her dressing table mirror shattered. And Alex hunched on the ground, wearing one of her black dresses. Chelsea was horrified to see him scratching the wood floors with his nails, his fingers all bleeding. Alex, what are you doing? Ugly. Chelsea was frightened hearing Alex speak in a distorted voice. She quickly ran out of the apartment and locked him inside. Leonard, I think I'm in trouble. What did Alex do this time? Something happened to him. I think he's possessed. Possessed? Have you gone mad? I'm serious, Leonard. All right, I'm coming. Leonard came to the apartment to find Chelsea pacing outside. Go see for yourself. Chelsea waited out, but just seconds later, she flinched to a loud noise. Yep, he's possessed. What are we going to do now? How did this happen? I don't know. Last night, after we came home, Alex went out for a walk by the riverside, and then I found him sitting in my room at 2 a.m. with a high fever. He was behaving a little odd, and then I came home to this. Maybe something happened there. We gotta go check it out. Unless we know what happened, we can't fix him. So Leonard and Chelsea went to the Riverside Park. After exploring through the field and hills, they finally stopped by a memorial by the riverbank. Leonard, check this out. Maybe something happened here. Chelsea and Leonard walked around the graves of a few soldiers who had passed away in war. How are we going to figure anything from here? I think I found it. Chelsea stopped in front of a tombstone of the grave of a woman named Florence Augustine. On it was engraved a memoir. She was a nurse who had served in the army. However, during an explosion, she had burnt half of her face, and later, in memory of her service, this memorial had been made. Now it makes sense. The mirrors, the lights, and she said, ugly. Maybe her spirit can't stand her reflection. I know what we have to do. What? We have to show her her reflection. Alex's reflection. So, from there, Chelsea and Leonard went to the store and bought a sturdy mirror and some candles before they returned to the apartment that night. I'll go in first and call you. Come in with the mirror. Leonard slowly went inside. There were a few shattered glasses and furniture toppled over the floor. Leonard was about to go to the bedroom when he heard a sound behind him. He turned around, staring at Alex, still wearing that black dress, but now he looked pale, dark circles under his eyes. Chelsea, hurry up! Hearing Leonard scream, Chelsea rushed in to see he had gotten hold of Alex from behind. Ugly! Ugly! Hold the mirror! Chelsea held up the mirror to him, but Alex only got more aggressive. Ugly! Ugly! Chelsea, I'm losing my grip. As Alex continued to yell, in a panic, Chelsea shouted, Madam Florence, you're not ugly. All of a sudden, everything fell silent, and Alex fell to the ground unconscious. The couple rushed him to the sofa and got some water, and a while later, he finally started to regain his senses. Hey, weren't you the guy from the store? What are you doing here? And why am I wearing a dress? No. I'm not into those crazy experimental things. Chelsea punched Alex on his face. stop your nonsense. What happened that night? That night, I went to the riverside and I was walking over the hills when I saw this girl. I was only trying to talk to her like a gentleman. Hey babes, your Prince Charming is here. Leave me alone. Isn't it boring? Let me give you some company. I don't want your company. Well, if you don't want company, how about a little fun? Stop following me. You know what my shirt is made of? Boyfriend material. What? Are you good at algebra? No, I'm a nurse. Can you replace my ex without asking why? What? Is your name Google? No, I'm Florence. Because you're everything I'm searching for. When Alex refused to stop irritating Florence, she became furious. Leave me alone. Don't make that ugly voice. No one wants to date you anyways. What did you call me? But what Alex didn't expect, when the woman turned around and her veil blew away in the wind, was to see her scarred face. Ugly? After Florence had returned home from duty with half her face burnt and scarred, her husband refused to accept her because of her looks. From then on, Florence wore a veil and never showed her face to anyone. However, unable to bear the trauma, it was one day she took her life and was later buried here at the memorial with those soldiers who had lost their lives on the day of the explosion. However, her restless soul continued to lurk by the riverside. Chelsea stared at Alex, absolutely bewildered. Take off my clothes. I was actually getting comfortable in this. All right. He even got the ghost fed up of him. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. Hey, I'm Ivan. I'm 11 years old. And I've been living with my mom, Amanda, in this car for the past 2 years. And I know what you may be thinking, what a difficult life, without a bed, without a bathroom or any space. But let me tell you, just because we live in this car doesn't mean we don't have the facilities of living in a house. My life is awesome. Yeah, we get to travel and see so many places. Huh, yeah right, more like living in a cramped up suffocating tin can. That's my A. And my D. Don't listen to him. Trust me, he's annoying. Oh really? Then why don't you tell everyone how you guys shower or use the bathroom? Do you take a dump in the woods? Of course not. My mom is a fitness fanatic, and the first thing she does everywhere we go is apply for a gym membership at one of the many 24-hour BII gyms, where we can access the bathroom and shower anytime we want. I'd like to apply for a gym membership for my son and I. He has to be at least 13 to sign up. He's 15. Here's his ID. "15, but isn't he a bit too small to be 15? Hey, who are you calling small? No one. I know. I'm really 11, but I have a fake ID. More than one. And so does my mom. Sometimes I'm Jude or Tyler or Calvin, and sometimes she's Misha or Rhonda or Holly. But be it Amanda, Misha, Holly, or Rhonda, my mom works out a lot, and every day I end up training with her too. What a workout. Great job, Ivan. Yeah, after all that, where are you going to sleep? In that dingy car? Wrong again. Don't underestimate the capacity of a Tesla. This thing is a convertible heaven, and with a simple push of a button, the back seats turn into a bed. Wow, it's so comfy in here. Not impressed. Just wait till winter comes around. Winter. It can get pretty chilly in here, but no worries for us, cause all we have to do is step on the gas and head south. Ivan, wear your sweater. Or a sweater works too, something you wear when your mom gets cold. Mom, you've been driving for hours, you're gonna get sick. I'm fine. Mom, I can do it, I promise, I won't let you down. Alright, what will you do if you realize the police are after us? Change my ID? No. You will let me know right away so we can shift while driving. Got it, Mom. Yes, I'm a kid who knows how to drive, but don't think I'm always in the car. Whenever we move to another location, my mom enrolls me into school. That I hate, but she makes me go. But before we can do that, we have to set up our mailbox. Yes, our mailbox. Only our mailbox on a free lot. Stick yourself a mailbox on a piece of land and register the address at the post office and wait for the mailman there every morning. This is the address, but where's the house? A mailbox is all you need to deliver the mail, mailman. Thank you. Now, what about internet? Every night we drive to BII Burgers on the far end of town, where we don't buy burgers because we don't eat processed food. We just go there to note down the Wi-Fi password. And after we're done, we do our grocery shopping and drive to our favorite spot where we barbecue and relax to nature's music and wait for our special BII modem to do the magic. This baby can pick up Wi-Fi signals from far distances, so we can enjoy our movie nights in our car theater. Mom, hacked into the super network. These smart devices are getting really handy. Yes, because it listens to its motherboard. So you see, our life isn't that bad. In fact, it's a lot of fun. But even then, why in the world would you go through all the hassle, make multiple IDs, work out just so you can take a shower, be Wi-Fi robbers, and barbecue in the middle of nowhere, and sleep in a cramped car? We must be poor, but trust me, our story is far different from that. In fact, between you and I, if you lift the floorboards of our car in the back, you'll find millions of dollars. Shh, it's a secret. And as for security, come on, it's a Tesla. This car has the best security system ever. Mom, has that guy been following us? I think I noticed him outside my school and now he's here too. I think I noticed him outside the gym as well. You think he knows? We'll have to take our precautions. As Ivan and Amanda left the store and towards their car, they noticed a man leave his motorbike and walk towards them. Amanda stared at him sternly as the man smiled. His eyes bulgy, his teeth crooked. He looked like a creep. Get out of our way. I've been noticing you come to the store often. You live in that car, don't you? Are you homeless? Stop following us, you creep. He and Amanda then hurried back into their car. The next day, they decided not to drop by BI Burgers and went straight to the grocery store. Good, at least he didn't follow us here. Ivan hurried in, picking out beef steak, mushrooms, bell peppers, and potatoes for dinner, and frozen yogurt and berries for dessert. Yum. Around 10 that night, they drove to their spot, barbecued, and had their food. Don't make a mess on the seat, Ivan. Mom, won't we ever stay in a house? Maybe when you're a little older, we can try. After dinner, the mother and son got comfy and tried to sleep to the sound of nothing but the crickets chirping and the winds howling. Mom, are you asleep yet? No. I miss him. I miss him too, but every time I look at you, it's like I see him. You're so much like him. Late into the night, they both finally fell asleep. But sometime later, they woke up hearing a tap on their window. Out here, in the middle of nowhere, Amanda got up startled to see the same creep from before. Howdy. It was about a week ago that Tony had spotted Amanda and Ivan at a gas station when they were recharging their car. They had fallen short on money and went to take out more from under the floorboard when Tony had caught sight of their secret. From that day, he began spying on them, learning about them, and when he figured they lived in this car, he searched for the right opportunity to mug them of their money. "What are you doing here? Go away," Amanda said. But when the creep didn't listen, she got into the driver's seat and went to start up the car. When she realized the man had slashed all their tires. "Get out of the car," he said, pointing a gun at them. "Ha, this is a Besla. You need a tank to crack it open. That gun won't help you." "Then how about I put your Besla on fire?" Amanda became anxious seeing the man pick up a container of gasoline. "What do you want from us?" "You know what I want. If you don't get out, I'll put the car on fire." "Don't fall for it, Mom. He's bluffing us." But when Amanda saw the man start to pour the gasoline and take out his lighter, she grabbed her son and got out. Keeping her at gunpoint, the man walked her to the front of the car. "Let go of my mother." "Or else what?" "Or else you're not going to like dealing with me." "How sweet," the man chuckled, dangling his lighter. "Don't even think about it." "I'm gonna do it." "No, you're not gonna do it. You're a wuss." "What did you call me, little brat?" Just as Ivan had successfully distracted the creep, Amanda threw a flying kick, throwing the gun down. He turned around in shock as Ivan got hold of the gun and Amanda took out her knife. "Oh man, Mom, I told you he's a wuss. It's a BB gun." "I don't need a gun to take care of both of you. And what are you going to do with that tiny blade?" "A lot can be done with this if you know how to use it." Mom, please, me."
Ah!
10 years from now, Amanda had a very different life. She was a highly competitive and ambitious MMA fighter. "You're gonna wish you didn't get in the ring with me. Come on, baby, come at me." But it was one day in the ring that Amanda's winning streak ended, and she got badly injured. "I still can't believe it. How could I lose? If I had just 5 more seconds." "You still want to go back in the ring after you broke a finger? What did you think? I couldn't win against her?" No, of course not. Just please stay still. I have to get the cast on. I've never felt this low in my life before. I don't know how I'm going to fight again." You'll be surprised how loss can motivate a person to win. This was Dr. Sebastian Luciano, the man that not only treated Amanda, but the man who motivated her every time she returned with a black eye or a broken nose or a broken leg. What did you do to yourself? What, you don't think I look good anymore? Amanda, why do you do this? Is it really worth it? Of course it is. Amanda, one of these days something really bad is gonna happen. What are you trying to say? I can't win? It was through these meetings that the two built a soft spot for each other. They fell in love, started dating, and eventually got married. They had a small court wedding with only a few friends as Amanda was an orphan, but none of Sebastian's family attended either. You didn't invite anyone? I cut all ties with my family a long time ago. I really don't like talking about them. Together, they built a happy family and soon had their first child, Ivan. Ivan looked just like Sebastian, but was all like Amanda. Ivan, how did you get that bruise on your head? It's just a scratch, Dad. You should have seen the other kid. That's my boy. The years were going by well. Until sometime before Ivan's 6th birthday, Sebastian received a letter from his father. Son, your old man has fallen ill. I don't know how long I have. It's a last wish of mine to see you before I depart. Sebastian was reluctant at first, but now being a father himself, he understood his father. He himself would have been devastated if Ivan refused to visit him on his deathbed. So Sebastian decided to take his family and visit his father. It was a long drive to the countryside of Connecticut that they reached the Luciano estate. And for the first time, Amanda realized Sebastian was the son to no ordinary man. Your father is Victor Don Luciano? The Victor Don Luciano? Victor Don Luciano was the big boss of a syndicate who controlled the circulation of black money in the tri-state area. He had connections from politicians to judges to the entire law enforcement, everywhere. Stepping into the mansion, Amanda was amazed by how wealthy Sebastian was. Where's Dad? He's in the upper room. Sebastian took his son and his wife upstairs, where he found his father getting ready. Father? Sebastian, welcome back, my son. This is your daughter-in-law and your grandson. I know. Amanda Nanos, she's a street fighter. This is why I didn't want to come. Ivan looked around, noticing a large safe. Whoa! Dad, look at all that money! Ivan, come here. Victor walked up to his grandson. And it's all yours, fella. I thought you were unwell. Where are you going? I have a meeting with the Russian. Victor said, just as he began to cough. Do you have to go? Boss, let us call a doctor to escort you there. No, you don't have to call anyone. My son is a doctor. He can come with me. Seeing his father's condition, Sebastian left Amanda and Ivan at the mansion and escorted his father. I'll be back soon. How long have you been sick? Too long. Sebastian, I don't know how long I can go like this. If anything happens to me, everything will fall apart. I called you here to take over my position. Father, this is why I left. You know I don't like all this. So you won't accept your rightful place. For what? That street fighter? That's my wife you're talking about. In the heated argument, Victor suddenly received a call from his right-hand man. Boss, the Russian betrayed us. It's a trap. What? That day, Victor Luciano's car was attacked, and Sebastian and his right-hand man passed away trying to save his life. Amanda and Ivan were grieved, but after Sebastian's death, they were not allowed to leave the mansion. At first, Amanda assumed they were to stay due to security issues, but as the days passed, she realized Victor would not let them leave. It's been many weeks we've been here. I want to return back home. I'm sorry, with Sebastian no longer with us, I have no other choice but to raise this grandson of mine. He is the last of my lineage. If you want to leave, you may go. but Ivan will not. Amanda and Ivan were given the utmost privilege and luxury, but in truth, they were under house arrest. Amanda knew if she remained here, one day what happened to Sebastian would happen to Ivan, so she began to plan her escape. It was one night. Amanda went to speak to Victor along with Ivan. "Ivan, why are you standing there? Come to your grandpa's." "I'd like to speak with you." "Yes?" "I'm going to leave with my son." "No, you will not." This time, Amanda immediately took out her knife and held it at Victor's throat. "Yes, I will, and you will lead me out of here." At once, all of Victor's guards lifted their guns at her. "No, she's the mother of my grandson. No one will harm her." "Ivan, take the car keys from the guard." Ivan walked up to the guard and took it right out of his hands. "Mom, let's take some of Grandpa's money too." Victor chuckled, seeing his grandson open his safe with a combination. He then yelled at the guard, "You, carry the briefcase." Then, led by Victor and Amanda, the guard and Ivan walked out to the car, where Amanda and Ivan got in, pushing Victor away and stepping on the gas. Since then, my mom and I have been on the run. She continues to train herself and train me. Wherever we go, we find a secluded spot where we practice fighting together. If the person you're fighting is bigger and stronger, and you're moderately strong, who will win? The strong one. But if you're fast, still him. But what if you have a blade? Then I will win. Ivan, always remember, people with big build are strong, but often very slow. And people with small build are often faster than the fastest people with strong build. Alright, so I can be very dangerous. Because I'm super fast. Who did this to you? That woman and her brat. You tried to rob my grandson? Your grandson? Where to next, Mom? Pick a state where winter will be comfy. Florida. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting. Emily Wilson, a typical teenage girl. She was a junior in high school, had a lot of friends, great grades, and was simply enjoying her happy life. Until her father told her they would be moving to San Francisco because he got a new job there. Everything would be fine, they said. You'll make new friends, they said. Now, here Emily was in a new house, in a new city, trying to enroll in a new school, when her dad popped in with a new surprise. Your mom and I got you enrolled in the BII Academy. That's the only school closest to us in this neighborhood. It'll be tough, but with this new job, we'll manage. The BII Academy, it wasn't your ordinary school. Here, a majority of the students belonged to rich families. Today was Emily's first day, and she already felt like the odd one out, having stepped out of the bus to get to school. Everyone else arrived driving their own car or being dropped off in their parents' super expensive car. And when Emily got to the classroom, she stared at all the other kids, walking in their designer shoes, carrying their Hervé Laurent bags. And what was Emily wearing? A faded pair of jeans and a shirt? How was she going to adjust in here? She She picked out a seat to the corner and sat down all alone when a few girls walked up to her. "Hey, I'm Jennifer. So you're the new student?" "Yeah, I'm Emily." "Everyone, meet Emily. She's the newbie." "Hey, I'm Lisa." "Courtney." Emily felt a bit more relieved being introduced to a few people. Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa even sat with her in class. They seemed pretty nice, though they mostly gossiped the whole time. Come lunch break, Emily went to the cafeteria trying to find a place to sit when Courtney spotted her. "Hey, Emma, right? Come sit with us." "It's Emily." Lisa and Jennifer chuckled to each other. "Wow, I like your outfit. Where did you buy your jeans from?" Emily felt a little awkward. She bought these jeans 3 years ago. She had even grown out of them. "It's from Basie's." "Cool, Basie's. I shop at Basie's all the time. Which brand are those?" "Brand? I was wondering how many generations ago you bought that. My grandma used to wear jeans like you." Emily felt so embarrassed. She thought they wanted to be her friends. Should she laugh with them? Should she just go? "And what is that you're holding?" "It's a sandwich." "Oh, so you never had real food?" "It's just mayo and tuna." "Well, it looks like horse poo. That's why I never eat school food." Emily sighed as she put down her food. Maybe she should just leave. But that's when Lisa grabbed her. "Where are you going? Guys, let her eat. This is probably the only good meal she's gonna have all day." The girls roared out laughing as Emily stood there in shame. But all of a sudden, Courtney hushed the others. They all straightened their postures and started fixing their hair. Emily turned to look at a guy walk down the aisle with a few of his friends. "It's Chris. Every girl in the school has a crush on him. Isn't that why you got enrolled in here?" "What? What do you mean?" "To bait a rich guy?" "Yeah, like any guy from this school is gonna like her. You dress like that and you probably know how to cook food. You're just like the daughter of my maid." Emily did cook food. She had never felt this humiliated before. But it was soon she realized this was a daily routine of theirs, to pick on her about everything, everywhere. Things were getting so bad that every morning Emily sneaked in through one of the back doors of the school, up the stairs on the left wing of the building, and walked to her class just seconds before the bell rang, just to avoid interacting with them. As the days went on miserably, the only peace of mind Emily got was when she cooked at home. Emily had a food photography hobby. She even had her own page on BII Book where she posted her pics. But if only life could be so easy peasy lemon squeezy. Come about a week into Emily sneaking around, she walked to the back one morning to find Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa standing there. "I told you guys, she's been hiding here." "You don't have to run from us, Emily. We're your buddies, aren't we?" Jennifer passed by Emily as she slammed her books down. All of Emily's notes slipped to the ground as the girls started laughing. "Thanks, Jennifer. I needed something to wipe my shoes." Emily sighed as she started picking up her stuff, when suddenly she saw someone stoop down and help her. "Hey, I'm Chris. Is everything all right?" "A nervous wreck," Emily said. "I'm Emily Wilson. Yeah, everything's fine." She then took her papers and hurried out of there. Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa, however, stood there love-struck watching Chris. After a long day, when she got home, she just plopped down on her bed and tried to shake everything off. Guess she would just have to tolerate this for the rest of the year. Focus on other things, Emily. Stay focused. It was later that night that she logged onto her page when she got an interesting notification. A friend request from Chris Cohen. As soon as she accepted the request, almost instantly he messaged her. "Hey, Emily, it's Chris from school." "Hi, Chris. Thanks for helping me out today. No problem. I thought I searched you up on BII book. Saw the pics on your profile. Was wondering who made all those food. I didn't know the girls at my school knew how to cook. Yeah, cooking's been a hobby of mine. That's really cool. Chocolate ice cream cake is actually my favorite. Couldn't believe you made that yourself. Emily and Chris ended up speaking for quite some time, in which Emily opened up about herself for the first time to a newly made friend. Little did she know, on the other side, it was actually Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa. Dude, why are you giving her Chris's real info? Forget that, why are you praising her? 'Cause that's how you bait. She must be dreaming about Chris since what happened this morning. And getting this message, she's already planning their wedding. Dude, Chris doesn't even look at us. He's never gonna date a girl like her. I know, but we'll fool her into thinking he's into her. And then we'll embarrass her in front of everyone. Over the next week, the girls started chatting and flirting with Emily as Chris. And from the looks of it, it seemed that their scheme was going as planned. So what's up with you and Courtney and them? I saw what happened that day. It's nothing, they're just a bunch of show-offs and wannabes. They like giving me a hard time, but it's just because they're jealous of me. Jealous of you? How? They're like the most popular girls in school. They might be, but they also have a secret. Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa looked at each other nervously. You think she knows? No, she can't know. You said nobody's gonna know. Dude, she's typing. How does she know? So this girl wants to play? We can play. We gotta shut her up. So the girls got to business. They would get Emily to agree to go on a date with Chris. Obviously, he wasn't going to show up, but they'd get a chance to humiliate her. I was thinking if you want to meet up this Saturday. You want to meet up with me after school? Yeah, why not? Sorry, Chris, I'm gonna be really busy. Gotta go to the library to study. To the library? Did this girl just reject Chris to go read a book? What's wrong with her? She's stupid? No, she's just full of it. A couple of days later, after the exam, the girls tried to ask Emily out again. But once again, Emily rejected them. Does this girl even realize who Chris is? What does this girl think of herself? Is she trying to be hard to get or something? So the girls went to plan C. When nothing worked, you begged. Hey Emily, was really hoping we can finally go on that date. You know what? I'm actually free this weekend. Yes, finally. There's a really cool restaurant not too far from the school. I'll send you the address. Emily was a bit psyched when Chris set up their first date. On the other hand, Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa were all preparing for their grand prank. They had given Emily the address to a soup kitchen where they would hide out and take a picture of Emily with some old dude and post it on her BII book. Emily's dating a hobo. But come game day, Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa found themselves waiting at the soup kitchen for an hour. Where is she? Hold up, she just sent us a message.
Sorry, Chris, I won't be able to make it today. I have to walk my dog. I can't believe this girl would miss a date with Chris to walk her dog.
Lisa, I think we gotta get out of here. Hey, sugar, I'll take you out on a date. You wanna be my girlfriend? Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa were getting a little fed up keeping up the act. If this wasn't going to work, they had to plan something better. And luckily, a grand opportunity was coming, the class party at the end of the semester. Emily, you're coming to the party, right? Yeah, of course. Would you like to be my date? That sounds great. Are you gonna pick me up? About that, I live on the other side of town. It's gonna be tough for me to travel to your place and back. How about we meet at the school? Alright, see you there. Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa were on their toes waiting by the gate on the evening of the party. Tonight was the night Emily was gonna get embarrassed, walking up to Chris and pretending to be his date, while Chris wouldn't even give her a second look. By the way, did Chris ask anyone out to the party? Just wait for him to see me. You? No, he's gonna ask me out. Hey, there's his car. The girls put on their drop-dead gorgeous looks as Chris pulled up his car. But as soon as the door opened, their smiles turned around. When Emily stepped out, Emily waved at them, and they stared at Emily in shock. What was happening? What was happening? Just as the couple passed by them, Chris stopped to look at Courtney for the first time. What's your name again? Karen? Whatever. Meet my girlfriend, Emily. And stay away from her. She might be nice enough not to tell anybody about your secret, but I'll tell everyone in this school, and you know you don't want that. Chris then locked arms with Emily. Come on, babe, let's go. It was the day after Emily had first chatted with Chris that she thought she'd say thank you for being so nice to her. He was indeed her first friend. So she made chocolate ice cream cake and brought it to school in a mini icebox specially for him. Hey Chris, I made you chocolate ice cream cake. You'll have to hurry or it will melt. You made this? For me? Just for picking up your books? Didn't you say you liked chocolate ice cream cake? When did I say that? On BII book, last night. Chris was confused, but he figured what had happened. Emily, it wasn't me. Embarrassed, Emily quickly turned to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Wait, but I think I know what happened. And chocolate ice cream cake is my favorite. That day, the two sat down and enjoyed their treat. This is great. Thanks. So I guess we're friends? Yeah, but I was still wondering who I spoke to last night. Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa. They're like that, probably trying to prank you. But I know the perfect way to get back at them. We're gonna get back at them? We're friends, right? Friends stick up for each other. It was Chris who had been the mastermind behind Emily's conversations. He was really observant, and going to school with these girls for the past few years, he caught on to their secrets. Hey Chris, they're messaging me again. They might be really loud, but trust me, they're really insecure. They wouldn't want anyone knowing these secrets. You want me to tell them this? Yeah, give them a taste of their own medicine. They're asking me to go on a date with you. What do I say? They're probably planning another prank. Talk to them as if you're too good for me. They won't back out. Once you got them begging to date you, agree, and then stand them up on the last moment. You are so bad. And alas, when Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa played their last trick, hoping they'd make the whole class laugh at Emily, including Chris himself, Chris planned the ultimate payback. Do you want to go to the class party with me? The real me? Is that a real date? Yeah, a date. As Emily and Chris danced together in the middle of the room, Courtney, Jennifer, and Lisa stood there in awe. What just happened? How did this happen? The bigger question, how did they know our secret? Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.